Hi everyone, I'm Nirav. I am the CEO and co-founder of Payplant. And because we're all entrepreneurs in this room, we're probably all familiar with the cash flow problem, i.e. the problem of customers paying you too slowly. And so the solution we have is to address that particular need for the entrepreneur. Going to points? Okay. So what's happening in the economy out there is, as probably many of you are aware, any large customer that you present an invoice to takes about 60 days at least, right? So Amazon at 60, and it goes up from there, all the way to 180 days, right? And in the meantime, a small company has to make payroll. They got to pay their vendors. They got to pay for cost of equipment. How are they going to make that gap? Today they have very few opportunities. So the first thing a small business entrepreneur would do is go to their bank, and the bank will say, hey, you are too new, you're too small, I don't like your ratios, come back when you meet all those requirements, right? But when you do come back, we have fantastic rates and we can give you all kinds of money. But sorry, not today. The other avenue they have is go to, what we call the traditional factoring companies. And those guys will say, yes, I am very happy to finance your invoices, but can you please sign up for a year or 2 years? And I need to call and verify each invoice with every one of your customers. You need to give me a personal guarantee. That means if your customer doesn't pay and your company can't pay, then you personally have to pay, right? And the rates range from 2.5% to 4 or 5% a month, right? So you're really taking the cleaners. Right? So the solution, that's sort of where we come in, and what we're trying to do, and this is a huge need. It's a 70 billion plus market, and we're trying to reinvent that with a all digital product. So the product we have is, first of all, we start with the rate, which is, one of the main things that the entrepreneur is worried about is what are you going to charge. So we charge 1.2% a month based on the invoice, and that rate is about half of what you would pay a typical factory company. Right? On top, it's completely on demand. There is no minimums, there's no requirements to sign up for a period of time or for a period of money. It's basically use it as and when you need it. And it's also behind the scenes. So we're not in the middle of your relationship with your customer, right? Since we are in the electronic age, we will verify invoices electronically. Your customer will pay us electronically. We pay you electronically same day. And there's no reason for us to contact your customer. And then the reason we're able to charge half of what a typical factory company would charge is we're automating all of the manual checking, manual verification, manual calling of companies. All of that monitoring can now be done digitally. Right? So this is why we're able to charge the rate we have. So this is how it works for an entrepreneur. It's basically set up in about a couple of days. They apply online. I'll show you basically the application process. It's a 2-minute process. We have a quick call with them to understand the business, who their customers are, where they're going with the business, and then we wire the money, right? Typically same day, right? So our clients just can't believe that this service exists. This is a screenshot from our website. It's a 2-step application process. So they will put in their name, and we ask for a few things about the business. Mostly, how much revenue are you doing? How much invoices do you want to finance? Do you already have a lien on the business, which means you raise any other debt? And what are your current assets and current liabilities look like? So we're just trying to assess, is this a viable business? And then you get a response real time, which is congratulations, you are basically pre-approved. And so then you can go ahead and upload your invoices and get paid right away. So here are the results so far. So we have financed in the amount premium operation, which is about 18 months. We've financed more than $20 million of invoices, and we've had 0 defaults, and not a single one has defaulted. Our typical client is a small company. They typically tend to be either consulting companies or software or e-commerce in some cases. And they're selling to the likes of people like Amazon and FedEx and HP, right? Blue chip names. And the reason we have 0 defaults is those kind of companies tend to pay their invoices. They may take a little long, but they do pay their invoices. Our average invoice is $50,000 that we finance, and it comes back just under 60 days. So the results so far are really encouraging. In the short time that we were on, we've also started building what we call our enterprise channel. So what that means is instead of finding one client at a time, we go to the enterprise itself, who's the payer, and say, hey, wouldn't you like us to work with your vendors? And if we can pay them faster, you still pay at the rate at which you're paying, but if we can pay them faster, and it's no skin off your nose, you have a healthier vendor base. So we established a partnership with the state of Illinois, and they have outstanding payables to the tune of $1.8 billion a year. And they take 6 months to pay. So the solution is actually quite what we call a win-win-win. The vendor actually doesn't pay fees, so he gets 100% of the money of the invoice. We make our fees from the state. So they have a law which says that if they're late beyond 90 days, they have to pay 1% a month. So that's how we make our fees. And the state wins because their vendors are getting service without them having to pay any faster. Right? So it's a true win-win-win. Here's our platform real quickly. It's I won't go into a lot of details, but basically we are trying to automate a lot of what's been done on a paper-based system before. So we are automating the monitoring of credit, we are automating the verification of invoices, we're automating the credit scoring. So typically how it's done today is somebody, in a typical factory company, somebody will go and look and peer at your financials for a couple of days and then come out with a yes, no. We want an algorithm to do that. And again, our competitors are, as I said, at least double our costs. In the case of typical factoring companies, in the case of banks, they are half our costs, but they won't give you money, right? We are on demand, use it when you need it, for any amount of time, any amount of money. There's no restrictions. So a lot of the competition will say, yes, we like this one customer, but we can't have all your revenue coming from that one customer. So you need to have diversification, right? So there's all kinds of limitations that we don't impose. And it's an all digital process. They upload the invoices on our portal and they get paid electronically. So it's basically an all digital experience. So the team is basically the two of us. This is my second startup. The first one was sold to BlackBerry back in 2010, which was a mobile app store platform. And that gave us an experience of working with lots of app developers. And the company we started in Pennsylvania was operational for over 13 years, and we paid, lots of money to app developers who were using our channel. My co-founder Ranjan, he did a company before that was sold to Motorola. So this is sort of our venture in the finance space, and I'm happy to take any questions. Great, thank you.